everyone, welcome back to Busy Garden Life. Today it is 8 days since we replanted everything and the hailstorm that happened last weekend. So I wanted to kind of update you a little bit on the progress. I've been out here checking it every day. I know, watch seedlings don't grow just as much as boiled water doesn't, or a watch pot doesn't boil, right? As they say. So even so, I've been super impatient. And finally today, I think I've started seeing some tomato seedlings. There's only a few corn that are coming up, but at least something is. I have seen a little bit of my calendula coming up. So I just want to kind of go through and show you some of the progress that we have and that I think we will survive. It was early enough in the season, we were able to plant some seeds right away, and it might be later in the season that we get some of the tomatoes in our produce, but at least we'll get hopefully what we need in order to can. So I'm going to start with things that were okay. Check out, we've got raspberries, our ever-bearing raspberries. Look at all these that are kind of already coming along. Can you see those just fine? It's kind of blurry, I know. But we got that coming along. Our strawberries, check out our strawberries too. You see them over there? I told the kids we're going to paint some red rocks and set them on there so that it'll deter the birds away from them. But we're getting a lot of strawberries there. That's exciting. Let me see if I can find right there. That is a tomato plant. The first leaves of one of our Romas. Let's see, I can find it in our Amish paste over here. I actually believe that's not it. Oh, here we go. It's this one. Right there. It's an Amish paste. And then I've got some San Marzanos that are coming up. I don't think that one is. Here we go. Sorry, because a lot of these actually look like weeds, but now I can see in the center of where I planted them, and that one actually still has a little bit of the seed on top, so I know for sure that that's a seed. Our peas are growing very nicely. We direct sowed these probably 4 weeks ago now, so those are doing great. This is our calendula. Some of our calendula has actually survived, which is nice. That one survived. I did plant extra, and see if I can find a seed. Oh, here we go. I planted an extra calendula seed in some areas, and you can see that those are coming up. Beans, I do have a couple bean plants that survived. Not great, but there is some new growth on there, so that's good. And then I just planted new pole beans yesterday, so we'll wait to see if those come up. I got cucumber here. Direct sowed those last week, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them coming up. Looks like one of them was dug up by something. Only one of my zucchinis is coming up that I direct sowed last week, which is surprising. Usually that's really easy to grow. And then this is an old zucchini plant. I kind of just planted the stem back in the ground to see if we could get some growth out of it. These are pickled cucumbers. I replanted some of those. Those are coming up great. This is where our pole beans are, and then more of our peas, a different variety of peas. We're gonna come over here to the corn. Here we go. This is our tiny little corn piece. There's one. There's not many of them that have sprouted yet. But what I've heard from the corn is that this year it seems to be taking a lot later to sprout than normal. We planted it and we got that hailstorm, so I don't know if the ground temperature really, got too low for them to sprout right away and it's just kind of having to come back up. I'm not quite sure. So I'm still praying that we're gonna get more corn popping up here in the next week. It's been a hot week and we're supposed to get some more rain, so hopefully that'll help to get things along. Let's see what else we have. Our pumpkins, watermelon, cantaloupe, all of that stuff. That's fun. There's pumpkin. So my goal for the pumpkin is to get them to grow up the trellis, up and over the trellis instead of throughout the garden. We have a watermelon plant here. Last year we didn't get any watermelon to even grow, so the fact that we're getting some more true leaves is exciting. Look at this one here. Can you see it? Where am I at? There we go, sorry. We got 3 of those. We got some cantaloupe. Here we go. Not sure, these don't look great, but they're still alive. So I guess that's all that matters. Now we got beans. My nasturtium is pretty much done. Got some tracks here in this garden. All right, so got beans here. I've replanted a lot of beans. So these are black beans. Got a row of them. Those are starting to come up nicely. And then I had garbanzo beans, but I don't see any of those sprouting yet. On the other side, I have some regular bush beans and then some kidney beans over here. And the kidney beans seem to be coming up really nicely. And then we have peppers over there. Those are kind of hit or miss. Nothing new is really resprouting yet. That I can find at least. So we might have to wait just a little bit longer to see if we can find something from there. Those are kind of like the tomato plants where sometimes it's hard to see them. All right, our onions are doing great. Look at the stems on those. It's kind of weeded, so it's hard to see, but the onions are doing great. Yesterday, when I was out weeding, I finally found some carrots. Now we planted those 4 weeks ago as well in direct sow, and I was surprised I haven't seen any yet, but finally those are popping up. That took a while as well. We've got potatoes and then beets. You can see these are all my beet plants. And the broccoli's doing great. And one last thing, my zinnias, a lot of them were destroyed, but check this out. One of them that survived, it's got a flower on it already. And these ones are looking fantastic. I did plant more seeds of those, so hopefully we'll get more sprouts. But I know it's kind of hard to see some of the stuff. We just set up a camera to take a picture every couple hours of the garden. So at the end of the season, we're gonna put together a cool video to show you the progression of the garden. Like, this is the start of it, and then hopefully by the end we'll have a lot of produce and just beautiful beds and vegetables to show you. So that's it for the update. Like I said, I'm excited because they're finally starting to sprout, and we'll just kind of keep an eye on it and make sure that we continue to get them growing.